Welcome students in this session of Physics New Era. We are going to know about the surface tension due to rise of liquid in capillary tube. We already saw what exactly is the capillary tube, how it rises, how it falls, and draw the conclusion already that at the concave surface the pressure is more as compared to the convex surface. So here it is the concave surface from the upper side, and here it is the capillary which is inserted inside the liquid, and we need to calculate the surface tension regarding this one. And initially we are going to obtain the derivation regarding this surface tension, and what exactly is the condition when we are need to take the pure water inside the container. Then what about the angle of contact? Already we saw the angle of contact. So regarding the pure water, the angle of contact is theta is equal to 0. That time, how much is the surface tension? And then we are going to know the effect of impurity and effect of temperature on surface tension. Here, initially, when any capillary tube, this is your capillary tube. This capillary tube, it is inserted partially inside the liquid. Let us take this is a water. If it is inserted inside the water, there is a rise in the level of the capillary tube. The above part is the concave part which is shown there. Here the pressure is more as compared to the convex side. So I need to consider the liquid rises inside the capillary tube due to pressure. From a liquid runs from high pressure side to low pressure side, and there is a rise in the level of the tube. So here the surface tension which is shown there, here the force of surface tension is T along tangent which is drawn tangentially. Here it is the force due to surface tension. Now it is from the all side. In two dimensional only two arrows I am going to show, but in three dimension in all possible direction these are drawn. Means this is nothing but force of surface tension. Now one by one I need to calculate that. So I need to draw a bigger diagram, so that I am going to shift the diagram here. This portion only I am going to draw here. Below this one we have the liquid, and we have this concave shape from the upside, convex shape from the lower side. Let us draw this one. Here it is the force of surface tension I am going to draw. This is your T, or I am going to elongate this. This is force due to surface tension. Force due to surface tension. Okay, force due to surface tension T. Similarly, a force due to surface tension to this side, which I am drawn tangentially. This is the tangent I have drawn. This indicating the direction of force of surface tension. Now I am going to resolve this force of surface tension into two mutually perpendicular components. But before that one, this is the tangent. So obviously this is nothing but angle of contact theta. This one is also angle of contact theta. So theta is nothing but angle of contact. Angle of contact. Let us resolve this T into two mutually perpendicular components. So I am going to draw a resolution. In that one, two perpendiculars I am going to draw. Here the angle is theta because opposite angle. So this is along component because it is along the theta. So this is T cos of theta. And this one perpendicular to T cos of theta, that is T sin of theta. Okay. T, it is resolved into two mutually perpendicular component. One is along the theta and other is perpendicular to that one, that is T sin of theta. Here once again just like the same, here it is. This is one of the component, and this is another component. So these are mutually perpendicular component resolving this force of surface tension or surface tension. This is theta, so opposing angle or opposite angle it is theta. So along the theta it is T cos of theta, and this one is T sin of theta. So such a T sin of theta along the total circumference of the circle. This T sin of theta along this side, this side, this side, this side, and to this along total circumference in all in this direction. So T sin of theta, they are opposite to each other, cancels the effect, whereas T cos of theta in all possible direction, which I am going to show you with the arrow. These are the components in upward direction to the total circumference of the circle, which I have shown. So this provides upward force. This provides upward force, means T cos of theta provides a upward force. But how much is the total force acting on the surface? It is total, considering the total surface as a circle, total upward force, total upward force is equal to T cos of theta, but total upward force along the circumference of the circle, so multiplied by 2 pi r. This is the circumference of the circle. So this is nothing but total upward force acting on the surface of the liquid, so that there is a rise in the level of the liquid inside the tube, that is capillary tube. And obviously whatever may be the liquid which is present inside the capillary tube exerting one sort of downward force, but downward force is nothing but your weight of that molecules or weight of that liquid molecules which are present inside the capillary tube. So each molecule is having some sort of weight. So total weight which is acting in a downward direction is nothing but your mg. If this is the mg is having some sort of weight which is acting on the total liquid which is present inside the cylinder, or we say that it is one sort of cylindrical tube which is having the height up to this level, and we can term it as a h. This is the rise in the level from this original level. There is a rise, that is h. If rho is the density of the liquid which is present inside the container and which rises inside the tube, so I am going to write, if this is the weight of the liquid, so I am going to write density is equal to mass upon volume, and mass is equal to rho into volume. But we know that volume of the cylinder seems to be, this is the cylindrical in shape, so it is having the volume which is given by area of base into height. Area of base is nothing but your circle, so circle is having the area, that is pi r square, into height is h. So m is equal to rho into pi r square h. So what about the mg? The weight which is acting or pushing this total liquid to the lower side, and T cos of theta, that is upward force acting on the liquid, is equal to T cos of theta into 2 pi r. So total weight or downward force which is acting, downward force acting on the liquid is equal to m into g, and I am going to substitute m is equal to rho pi r square h. See this one. And what about the remain? That is g. This is your mg. Then this upward force provides upward force which pulls the total liquid in upward direction, whereas weight pulling the total liquid in a downward direction. So one stage will come, liquid start rising inside the capillary tube and it will stop. Means upward force, that time upward force is equal to downward force. So upward force, or at equilibrium we say, at equilibrium, upward force is equal to downward force, and hence going to substitute now. Upward force is how much? T cos of theta into 2 pi r, which is equal to rho pi r square h into g. Now the similar terms get cancelled. This r square cancels with this one of the r, and the final equation we are going to get T is equal to h r rho g upon 2 cos of theta. This is one of that final equation. But when I need to consider for pure water, theta, angle of contact, if it is equal to 0, that time cos of 0 is equal to 1. Cos of 0 degree is equal to 1. And this equation becomes T is equal to h r rho into g upon 2. Once again, the notations regarding this one. H is the rise in the capillary tube. R, a radius of the capillary tube. This is the radius, or this one is the radius of the capillary tube from the center. Rho, density of the liquid which rises inside the capillary tube. G, acceleration due to gravity, whose value is 9.8 meter per second square or 980 centimeter per second square. What about this theta? Theta is nothing but angle of contact. It varies as the liquid changes. Here it is the totally summary regarding the surface tension formula, that is T is equal to h r rho g upon 2 cos of theta. Now we are going to know about the effect of impurity and temperature on surface tension. The last part of the mechanical properties of fluid, but here the mechanical properties of fluid, later on we are going to take about a streamline flow and all that, but here effect of impurity and temperature on surface tension. In that one, what is the effect, that we are going to know. But before that one, what are kind of impurity, that is important. The first thing, the effect of impurity. Effect of impurity. Effect of impurity. In this effect of impurity, we are going to classify the impurities into highly soluble impurity, then second one, partially or sparingly soluble impurity. With example, I will explain that one. But before that one, we need to classify this highly soluble, sparingly soluble, and insoluble. Insoluble means not soluble. Soluble, insoluble impurity. Now, effect of impurity. In that one, highly soluble impurity, just like we say salt. Example is salt. Example I would like to give, that is salt. If highly soluble impurity, just like a salt, it is added in water, it increases its surface tension. It increases its surface tension. See, increases surface tension. ST increases surface tension. When highly soluble impurity added in water, then it increases the surface tension. Now, sparingly soluble impurity, just like a phenol. Example, phenol, alcohol. If such it is added in water, this decreases the surface tension. This decreases the surface tension. Means, see once again, highly soluble impurity, just like a salt, it is added in water, it increases the surface tension of that liquid. And here, if the sparingly means it is not totally soluble, it is partially soluble. So it is sparingly is the best word for that one. That is sparingly soluble impurity, just as a phenol and alcohol. If it is added in water, that decreases the surface tension. Now, insoluble impurity, just like we say that example, best example is a clay, mud. Okay, if it is added in water, this also decreases the surface tension. This is about the impurity. Now, what about the temperature? Effect of temperature. I'm going to write the effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. Now, what is the effect of temperature? As the temperature increases, surface tension of any liquid decreases. Means temperature increases. For the general liquids, the surface tension decreases. See, symbolically I have written this one. As the temperature increases, surface tension decreases. But there are exceptions. The exceptions such as molten copper, or we say molten cadmium. For this one, what happened? But in this case, as the temperature increases, surface tension also increases. Means this is the exceptional cases. For the general liquid, which we are going to use daily, as the temperature increases, surface tension of that is decreases. But in case of copper, means molten copper and molten cadmium, as the temperature increases, surface tension also increases. If certain temperature, we are going to know the effect of that temperature. Is there any temperature where the surface tension is equal to 0? Yes. A particular temperature at which surface tension is equal to 0, that temperature is known as a critical temperature of that liquid. Is known as critical temperature, means this is the definition, that critical temperature of any liquid. Critical temperature of a liquid at which the surface tension of the liquid it is 0 is known as critical temperature of that liquid. Means We already got the definition for the critical temperature. Critical temperature is a temperature at which surface tension is equal to 0. Is known as a critical temperature. Now, if you want to compare the surface tension at different temperatures, for that one, if T and T0, these are the surface tension at theta degree Celsius and 0 degree Celsius. See, this is for the theta degree Celsius and T0 for 0 degree Celsius. Then the formula to obtain the relation between these two, T is equal to T0 into bracket 1 minus alpha theta. Alpha depends upon the liquid. Alpha depends upon liquid. Depends upon liquid. So this is the formula. Now the last part of this session, that is third one, effect of contamination. Effect of contamination. Effect of contamination. Effect of contamination. Actually, contamination is added at the surface. Added at the surface. We know to minimize the mosquitoes, we are going to add some sort of liquid on the surface so that its surface tension decreases, and whatever the mosquitoes, they cannot allow to settle on the surface of the liquid. And here it is the effect of contamination, just like a clay or any oil like a substance. If it is added on its surface, it decreases its surface tension. It decreases its surface tension. Means contamination, added contamination decreases the surface tension. Decreases the surface tension. This is about the total effect of impurity and temperature on the surface tension. Thank you.